You might want to show everybody the Statue of Liberty first.
Directly over there. She's on still. She's moving
She's
a
actually
little.
standing on a line.
The torch is kind of weird. Dropping down a little. And there is a key in front of her that I imagine however, I was planning to take my money back to the USA.
So, Piazza Navona, one of the most beautiful and oversized in all Rome, is an ochre-colored gem, unspoiled by new buildings or traffic. Its shape results from the ruins of the stadium of the Museum lying underneath. Great chariots are used for well. In medieval times, the Pope used to flood the piazza to stage mock naval encounters. Today, it is packed with vendors and street performers, and lined with pricey cafes. Besides the twin towers facade of the section of the piazza boasts several Baroque masterpieces, best known in the sense of the renewed fountain of the whose four stone personifications symbolize the world's greatest rivers, the Ganges, the Danube, the La Plata, and the Nile. It's fun to try to figure out which is which. At the south end is the Fountain of the Moor, also by Virgin. The Fountain of the which balances that of the Moor is a 19th century addition, which was restored after a demented 1997 attack by two men who broke off the tail of one of the two. I think this one is Vermilion, the Fountain of the Moor. Oh no, this must be, I think this is the Fountain of Neptune, evidently. In summer, there are outdoor art shows in the evening. This is during the day. That's the best time to
You're in my bed with the guys into the fountain.
There's Mom wearing down one of the vendors here in Piazza Navona. Laura, what is this?
Hello, this is the Pantheon behind us. It is going on 4 o'clock on Sunday. I forget what date it is. I think it's the 12th.
13th.
What the piazza is called, but I don't see what the piazza is called. Oh, Piazza della Rotonda.
Laura, what's the history of this?
Oh, I have to get the book out, but what I remember is that it was built in BC. I don't remember what date. And
First century BC, I believe.
And it was never destroyed. It's the original building. And they found Raphael's tomb and also one of the Emmanuels. And Umberto I are buried in here.
I think it was also renovated in 2nd century BC.
Oh, okay. I know that there is a hole in the top of the dome. This dome is about the same size as the dome of St. Peter's. I think it's a couple of feet smaller, and it's a marvel. Michelangelo looked at this dome before he built the one for St. Peter's to understand its architectural principles. And it has this hole in the center because they used to sacrifice animals way back when. Everybody walking toward the Pantheon. Mom's staying in the shade.
Walking into the Pantheon for the first time, Dan.
Yep.
87 BC, I believe. 27 BC, I stand corrected.
Look at the top. There's that big gaping hole. That's the famous. It's my famous spot. Right here.
Whoa, there's Katie.
Ah.
There's Dan.
Okay.
Grandma walking in behind her.
142 feet. Man.
Might have shrank a little since then.
Amazing, isn't it?
Say hi. Look at You gotta do it in more of a.
Obviously, it's done work on the inside.
Somebody stick your hand out in the front of it. Sit down somewhere in there.
It's 142.
What are they celebrating?
By height.
Here's the entranceway. The doors are 20 tons each. The walls to the Pantheon, 25 feet thick. There's the altar area.
This is 442 feet in height.
She mispronounced it. It's actually 142. Okay, stop walking in front of the camera. We love this. It's a marble. I just have to be in the front. I'm the star.
We're at the Trevi Fountain, the famous Trevi Fountain from the movie Three Coins in a Fountain. You can see the crowds. It is always like this. I've never been here when it isn't just flat out crowded. Our family is over here. They didn't like the crowds down below, but they are looking at the fountain from here.
I think it's actually one of them.
There they are. I'm going to walk down so I can get them with the fountain behind. It's a beautiful day. It is hot. It is quite hot in Rome, at this time of year. There they are admiring the fountain. I think people are a little warm in the sun. There's Daniel. This was built in the 18th century. There she is.
We're at the Spanish Steps right now. Unfortunately, there's a movie that's going to be filmed soon. So we can't get a good shot of it. And we can't get any pictures, and we can't go up on the Spanish Steps.
Walk along behind us, Tim.
But at least we get to have a little glimpse of it.
All the flowers are missing.
Look at this.
Wonder what movie they're filming. But if they're filming there, they're clearly not what the speakers. You know what movie they're filming? No.
An Italian Donna Etola salad.
We are back at the Trevi Fountain. It is always completely crowded. Tim said he doesn't like the crowds earlier, but I said, huh, it's always like this. And here it is after 9, I think. I'm not sure exactly what time it is.
Maybe you can go right through there and take a picture.
See the crowd. There's the fountain at night. Katie's taking a picture. I love how the fountain looks like it's built right out of the building.
I need to get Daddy.
Excited. Look at the crowd.
And Dad,
Don't look at me.
do you want the whole, or do you just want the main?
Our photographer wanting to know what to take a picture of.
One is in Milano, one is in New York. If I remember well, there are about 150 spear like this. This is a representation of our It's a clear symbol of power and the fertility more stronger than the difference. Representations inside the house also proud.
This is the original building, right? These glazed windows certainly weren't installed when this was built. Were these just open arches at that time?
Yes.
And later on, down through the century, windows were installed.
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Really? I can see what you mean.
When the maps were made, the city is really bigger and this made them support the rain to run the stations that were opulent.
Get a shot of the sea.
It's a radio station all the way up on the hill. It's like behind
That's the
us.
original from Marconi.
Why you can see is big showcase. It's made by
Dan?
One of those looks like that one there. Let's go through the little.
And this whole, I have to remember who did it. I think it's Colonnade, 92 different but it's bigger than the scale that was used for the church and the dome and the lens. So you know, it kind of hides half the day. They did it, they said, because the original design of the church was a grieving house, which is even. And the Pope at some stage said he wanted it to be a manor, so they extended this and put the facade on. Bizarre.
Well, I'm sure we would never have noticed it if they had mentioned it.
Down that street.
Yeah.
Down that street.
Oh, this is amazing.
Let's walk down there and look back, because really the perspective of the whole square is amazing.
Yeah, well, I plan to do that, but I want to take this in first.
Okay.
It's 1 o'clock.
You know where your children are?
Here we are in St. Peter's. We're catching some shade because it is super, super hot. And here's the square. The obelisk. There it is. And Mom, notice, it is not covered with scaffolding. Gonna zoom in a little.
Go ahead. Come on, kid. Big smile. I don't want any sour looking faces. So, get over here. Okay?
That was a good shot.
I didn't know that.
All right, now, it's very big, okay?
I know.
Let's make a meeting spot in case anybody gets separated. If we get separated, on the left side of
Not eating around here. There's a couple members of the Vatican Army. About 200 strong, I believe. I doubt they've ever been to war.
Additional guard. They may have been in the past, but these members probably not.
Gaby le va a dar miedo y no va a encontrar a mamá y
tia Papaya, la tia Dani, I got it.
Looking toward the back of St. Peter's Basilica, and we're coming around. There are incredible vestibules. Back in this area is where I believe it's Paul VI.
No. Yeah.
Okay, Katie is correcting me. Paul III is interred. And coming a little further to the left, there's a statue of St. Peter's, popular stopping point. And if we walk toward the altar, I guess the founder of the Catholic Church, St. Peter's, is interred underground over here, but you can't access it right now. So there's a lot of folks here circled around. Katie.
You can go down over here. Let's get your mom.
Sharif. Apparently you can go down to the burial place of St. Peter.
This is San Giovanni, which was founded during Constantine's time, but by his mother. It's not the original church. The facade and a lot of the church had been replaced during the 15th and 16th centuries. But it's one of the oldest original churches in Rome. And over there, in that building, are the holy steps, which are the steps that they believe Jesus climbed when he was going before Pontius Pilate. We'll go in there
So
in a
it's
little
not
bit.
those steps, but
Not
it's the
those.
ones,
Inside the building they are. They're
the plain
protected.
building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we are looking down the Spanish Steps, which are completely closed. And I don't know if you can hear in the background, there is music because they're filming some type of movie. We were given the name of it the other day, but I don't recall what it is. It's an Italian movie, needless to say. And from here you can look out and get quite a view of a significant portion of the city. Not the first cathedral you see, but the second is the cathedral at the Basilica of St. Peter's. And if you look a little bit further off in the distance, you can see the radio tower that we saw from the Basilica the other day, which is the original Marconi site where he basically invented radio.
It is extremely hot here in Rome. They've been having their 100-year drought. Worst drought in a long, long time. The Tiber River is extremely long.
The shop for Dan and Kate, loving the soccer goods. No, let's go. We're walking on Via de Croci on our way to, Katie, where are we going?
We're going to Castle San Angelo.
Castle Sant'Angelo.
We had a real team.
We will go to a piazza while we are walking there.
Okay. There's Mom up ahead, taking in the shops. There are some beautiful shops in here.
From the third car.
Stay here, Danny.
Kind of reminds you of Venice too, this area. Except you don't hear water.
Oh, the puppy doggy. Italian dog. Italian dog. Barks in Italian.
And
Eyeing up those flowers. If he lifts his leg, it's all over.
Yeah, Dad, that's really referential.
Reverential.
Well, Dan, he was actually
Yeah, Mom.
taking it. There's a restaurant.
What river is this, Dan?
The Tiber River.
Katie, what can you tell us about this river that you saw on the news last night?
Tiber River is the lowest it's been for 100 years.
That's right. Italy is suffering a major drought. In fact, much of Europe is. And the Tiber River is at a 100-year low. So we're actually on our way across the Tiber River on foot, heading up to Piazza Cavour, and then ultimately over to Casa Sant'Angelo. Thank you very much. We are in the Piazza Cavour, which is right across the street from the Ministry of Justice, which is a mammoth building, at least a city block in every direction. And there is a statue in the center that we haven't determined the origin of yet or what the significance of it is, but we're going to head on over. Nice little park. It's got palm trees. Still look fairly healthy despite the lack of water they've had this spring. And in about 5 minutes, we're going to head off to the left there to Casa Sant'Angelo.
Hi, we're on the west side of the Tiber River.
Here we are at Casa
We're on the western side of the Tiber, same side as St. Peter's and the Vatican. And Katie wanted to visit the Casa Sant'Angelo, which was built during the time of Hadrian. There are other emperors that are tombed there. Traffic spot. It was also used as a fortress. It was connected underground to the Vatican, and the popes would escape here when the barbarians would come and try to take over. There's also was a story, someone saw an angel here. I don't know if it was Hadrian or someone else, or Adrian. That's why there's a big angel up on the top. And this is also where Cellini was imprisoned. Some of the Roman emperors actually tortured some of their victims in this place. It has some olive arms from medieval times. You can see the moat around it.
Here's a picture of the castle, a little bit closer up now. And we actually see people up on the roof, and we're going to try to get up there. And we are now inside the Casa Sant'Angelo.
Where we're heading. We'll go see what's up here just to take a peek. like it might be cells or something where they kept prisoners. Don't know. Yeah. That's what it looks like. Family is right here. Still going up. I think you're going to get to see a bit of Rome. It's looking out toward Piazza Cavour.
Now's the right time to do it.
It's hot.
Dad, are you sweating or is that water?
Still not up all that high. Look. A bit of the
There's
dome
the
of St.
Basilica
Peter's.
dome.
And you can see the walkway that connects. That was the walls that were in the Vatican City, and they connected to this fort so that the popes could be protected. Now, they said there's also underground ways to get here, but this is one of the overground ways.
The view at the top of the moated area, the large building in the middle, and there's obviously a significant residence at the top that is extremely well fortified. We just walked up a ramp about 100 feet, and there was actually an access area. It looks like where you could close the doors, drop the drawbridge, and you wouldn't be able to get through the ramp either. Coming into a courtyard. And it appears they have nightly meals that are served here with music accompaniment. It looks like some kind of well. Turn and go. A little faster.
So where do you want me to go now?
Up to the crypt.
Where is it? Where is it? St. Peter's over here.
Come look at
Battery's out.
Is St. Peter over that way?
Battery's
Is
out.
St. Peter's over that way?
Can I get in there?
Sure. I think that's St. Peter's.
The Vatican bells are going at 6 p.m. Radio tower.
Dad, can I throw this one?
No. Taten Dam one last time at the Trevi Fountain.
Okay, we are here in Innsbruck now. Unfortunately, we have very little battery life left, and we're sitting at a cafe on Santa Maria Straße, which is one of the main thoroughfares here in Innsbruck. Mom is enjoying cappuccino.
Here's his cappuccino.
Santa Maria Teresa Straße, and I'll pan around. Maybe we can view of the mountains in the background. The clouds are shrouding about the top half of the mountains. You can't quite see it. But it's all in all, very lovely day here in Innsbruck.
Birthday, and Uncle Peter's doing so good. Well, that's good. That's good. You feel good.
How are you? We're leaving
Oh, you
Innsbruck.
didn't. Are you all right? Did you hurt yourself? Are you hurt? Oh dear, Jim. Okay, okay. Who's getting my nail? Oh, good, good, good. How much longer are you staying? Okay, good for you. You stay there as long as necessary. Okay, and it's going to cost us a fortune, so I'm not going to stay on. Okay, I love you guys.
And those
I'll see
clouds
you
are
when
the
we get back.
Austrian Alps.
Bye-bye.
Well, check out the helicopter. No, check out the helicopter.
Here we are on a train to Salzburg. We're going to be about an hour late because there was an accident in Germany, and we were supposed to go through Germany. On our way to Salzburg, we are so excited, and we're so excited to actually be able to step on the grounds that people from the Sound of Music have stepped on, and it's really cool. We're the actresses, and the Alps are so beautiful here. It's just a great place to be. The bathrooms are so disgusting on the trains. We've been on 2 trains already, and they are so disgusting. You'll go into the room, and when you flush, there is just a big hole that runs right onto the track, and that's where your stuff goes. I would not like to say the bad word for it. So.
Now, but is the bathroom disgusting, or is it just disgusting how it gets rid of the refuse?
It's like the bathroom on the last train, and when you brush your hands on this train, it's kind of all rusty. But like the toilet, it's very clean. But when you look down, ew.
From 1736, or the back of the Sound of Music House, whichever you want to think of it. See the big fortress up on the hill? That was built from the year 1077. From 1077, it took 600 years to build. Every archbishop that came to power built a new bit. That is why when you look at it, there's flat bits, pointy bits, towers and turrets. And in the guidebooks, they say to walk up to that fortress takes 20 minutes. 20 minutes if you're a mountain goat. Most normal people, about half an hour. But from the old town next to the cathedral, the dome,
there is a railway that runs up. And for about €7, all the Salzburg cards included, ride up. You then have energy to walk around at the top. But it's about 33,000 square metres in size. The second biggest tourist attraction in Austria, after the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna. So whether you photograph it or go and look at it, do something with it. It's important to us. But that fortress, now a big tourist attraction, and in the evenings, used as a concert venue. You can have dinner up there, have concert up there as well. But the mountain opposite you is the Geisberg, the home mountain to Salzburg, about 1,200 metres, about just under 5,000 feet in height. But the lake, in the winter, used for curling and ice skating. In the summer for fishing. But an artificial lake. Incredible, isn't it?
Is this the artificial light in St. Wolfgang?
No, that's a proper lake. A proper, original one. An old glacial lake from the old glaciers.
Oh my goodness.
A proper.
Heilbronn Castle. Our quick little tour.
Hey, Dan and Kate, come on over, Kate.
Why?
We are in Salzburg on one of the pedestrian bridges. Mom's here somewhere. There she is.
Take you all with the city behind you.
Tim is here taking a picture. You're a little close.
Huh?
That's
Yeah,
old
that's very reference.
Salzburg
That's really
behind us.
Yeah, that's really
Isn't it gorgeous? We are along that street that has all of the beautiful wrought iron signs. Go across the street. I was trying to get your picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're heading back toward the churches, the old churches built in like 717 and things like that. Just so European looking walking along the street.
I like those heavy quilts they have.
I don't like them. No.
Horses, chariots.
Cathedral.
No, you say it, Mom. You're the
Salzburg
one.
Cathedral that holds 10,000. Originally built in 774 AD and rebuilt a number of times. It's been burned down 8 times. Don't forget to get way up into the ceilings, Daniel.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get some of this stuff. Big altars, as you can see here. And looking at the domes, you can see all the artwork in this cathedral. It's definitely different than a lot of the churches in America. I'll move across the bleachers here. As you can see again, huge altars. This, and just to let you know, this is not the whole church. It goes all the way back to there. Holds about 10,500 people. Under the balconies. There's more artwork on the ceiling. Another big dome. What else is there to know about a church? Say hi, Mom. How do you turn it off?
Press the same button. Residence of the archbishops, and this is where they lived and they held court. And then there is the gallery. Look at the beautiful.
Look at all the beautiful chandeliers And all the beautiful rugs. They all netted. And how they did beautiful floors. So beautiful. My mom walking into the next room. Here we are in another room. It's very beautiful. Beautiful chandelier. Here are the horses. And here we are in another beautiful room, but small. Here's what the Archbishop's wore. Very colorful. Here we are. Here's a beautiful place. It's very beautiful. Angels around it. Almost like a church.
We're up on top of the city of Salzburg at a castle. I can't pronounce the name of it. I have to look it up again. And I don't remember what year it dates back to either. But clearly the view is incredible, and it was highly protected being way up here above the river. We came up the funicular, which is right down there.
There's the funicular.
Got the two churches.
And behind the funicular, there is St. Peter's. And beyond St. Peter's, Laura, I don't remember the older Gothic church, Franciscan church, and the major dome, Salzburg Cathedral.
There are, what did she say, 145 churches? Or 45 churches
45.
for 145,000 people?
44 Catholic churches and 1 Anglican or Protestant. We will be off in those hills on Friday night when we come back, the night before we leave back for the States. A little bit closer view. That is Geisberg off in the distance, and we will be staying not too far from Geisberg. Grandmama taking pictures of Katie climbing on the castle.
No, I don't think so. These were facing me.
Dad, come on. We're really good.
Daniel, be... Okay, so wait till he's down.
No. Enough up there, Danny. Dan, look at Salzburg over here. Did you see it?
Sure, I can get a good view from up here.
This is the view off the other side of the castle, and you can see there's some rather large hills off in the distance. Just some spectacular residences. I believe back here is where scenes from The Sound of Music were recorded. And in fact, if you look off in the distance there, that I believe is Leopold's castle, the back of which, which was used as the Von Trapp family home in The Sound of Music.
In a minute, we're going to turn around, Cash.
If you look here,
Daniel is going
you
to
can also see there is a portion of the Salzburg wall, the old Salzburg wall, which helped to defend the city. And in fact, the castle from which we're filming now was the most protected area, and is one of the reasons they built it on the cliff, because they could protect it from other European potential conquerors. And if I come a little bit further around to the east, you can see the hills into which a significant portion of the city are built. As we took a tour through this morning, it was pointed out to us, and I don't know if you can make it out in some of the video, that some of the houses that are built up against the rock wall have a front and sides, no rear, because the rear of the property is built into the wall, which provided, during the summer heat, significant source of cooling. It's quite cold, using the constant temperature of the base of the mountain. And there is the family Von Trapp, otherwise known as the McNamara's.
Don't forget me.
If I ever get these kids off of here, I think I've got them in the perfect location. I don't know if you could make out the sign here. Daniel, look over your shoulder. Here's a view looking somewhat south. You can see the Inn River. I'm sorry, this is the Salzach River that Salzburg is based on. It's actually the Salt River. And there's actually no salt in it, but it was named after the main source of wealth for the area, the salt mines. And this river actually flows north to the Inn River, which we saw when we were in Innsbruck. The Inn River flows to the Danube and then off into the Black Sea in about 2,000 miles. This is the original fortress on about 1495. It's the fortress circa 1515. 1540. And 1619. This is a shot from the viewing platform at the top of one of the spires on Forsting Hohensalzberg. We got up here in the middle of a tour. That bell tower there seems to be the tallest spot on the fortress. We climbed quite a few stairs to get here.
Your dad, want to show them the Sound of Music stuff?
Sure, Dan.
If you look out here, you can see the house that's used in the Sound of Music as the Von Trapp family house. And if I can zoom in here a little bit, get a better look of it. It's pretty exciting for our family to know that we're at a place of history and looking at a bunch of spots that were used for movies. And in the back, you can obviously see the lake that the children went in with Maria in the movie. Then we'll just give you a quick glimpse. Salzburg.
The Archbishop's bedroom. The bathroom. The pajama.
Again, in the New City side now. This is, I think, 1800s, so 19th century. Some of this dates back to, it's one of the churches on this side there. We heard the bells ringing. Just looks so European walking along these streets. I thought I'd just stroll with it a little bit and let you see everybody walking back toward our hotel. This is the Mozart Festival weekend. So since we're only here one night, we're going to get tickets, and we already ordered them. We're going up to that castle we were at before. I can't pronounce the name of it yet. I have to look it up. To see a Mozart concert. And before that, we're going to have dinner probably somewhere in the old city. You see cars go where people walk. Although there are many areas in Salzburg, lots, that are pedestrian only. It's very quaint. Mom was just saying she likes Innsbruck. Do you see the hills off in the distance there? That's why I put the camera back on. See the hill there? Surrounded by the hills. It's Danny up there.
Skeller, which is at St. Peter's, underneath the big castle that we were up in earlier today. This is the longest running restaurant in Europe, dating back to 1803. And it was
No, not 1803.
Sorry, 803. And they're celebrating their 1200th year in service. We're out in an outside area. Tim pans around. It's a Gothic arch area. It's cool and just, I don't know, has a feeling about it that is just amazing. And out there you'll see other open air area for eating, and they have a whole bunch of rooms. Inside they have a Baroque room where they're going to have Mozart, but we're going up to the castle again to see Mozart up there.
I believe this room that we're in is actually in the side of the mountain. And it appears that they've dug it out. And Daniel, what are you having for dinner this evening?
My second favorite food is Swedish.
And Grandmama?
I'm going to try their delicious Sunday roasted filet of lamb with hot chili vegetables and squished potatoes.
I'm going to have a spaghetti bolognese.
Laura, what are you having for dinner?
I'm having Wiener Schnitzel for the first time in Austria.
And for dessert?
Apple strudel. We haven't done that yet either.
Very good. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the
Well, the
view
next week is
from
gonna be
on top of the castle
Oh, yeah, you better
in
believe
the
it, because one day I'm going to be completely
concert hall in
Tuesday in Scotland.
Tacone,
And I can go
Salzburg.
alone and you can go alone.
If I last that long.
Wait, I'm going to...
Oh, la piccina, la piccina, la piccina, la piccina, la piccina, la piccina, la